So this is our second fight on Nepal Village control map. We have control of the points. So when we're a Reinhardt-based team, just in general, we want to fight in the close range. So we want to fight closer to, we want to set up closer to the choke points so that we do not let the enemy team come to the choke point for free. Now, if we're an Orisa-based team, this would be a great place to set up the Orisa shield because the Orisa wants to fight in the mid-range. And this would give us really good sight lines to put damage on this choke point and damage on the choke point in the upper left-hand corner. Now, I'm coming back from spawn as Zarya with the Lucio. So we're not together. So this is actually a really good place for David to be right now because we've not grouped up. But once we group up, it's always a good place. It's always good to set up closer to the choke point. Now, as I'm coming back from spawn, I noticed the Reaper trying to flank us from behind. Now, I'm able to put enough damage onto the Reaper that he gets to about half health, and he has to wraith out and go for the mega health pack. Now, David, hearing my call out on the Reaper, has good intentions and he wants to help with the Reaper. So he comes all the way around to the back of the points looking for the Reaper. But in almost no scenario do we want our main tank to be doing something like this, because on a basic level, we have our front line. So right now our front line's roughly here. This is our territory, this is the enemy territory, this is the front line. You know, we want our tanks to be in the front line, our DPS to be in the middle, and our healers to be the back line. Now, if we're all together like this, and a Reaper tries to flank from behind, then it's really easy for the tanks and the DPS to protect the healers. So we don't want the tanks, especially the main tank, to lead the front line. So the Reaper's trying to flank from behind. I do enough damage that the Reaper has to fade out. So at this point, the Reaper's out of the fight, but so is David. And it takes David like 3 seconds to actually get back into the fight. Now, by leaving the front line and us not fighting together, the Sigma is going to be able to get through the choke point, and the Moira is going to get through the choke point. And we still win this fight because the Sigma is fighting all alone, and then the Diva and the Moira fight up here, and their Junkrat and their Lucio fighter McCree over here. So we win the fight because it's really because there's more split up than we are. So David's able to get back into the fight. David ends up with a really good fire strike, killing their Sigma. We kill their Moira. Then we kill their Diva, and their Reaper leaves. So we end up winning the fight, but it's really because they're more split up than we are.